What you're about to witness in this committee hearing will go far beyond a simple political clash. It will be a masterclass in accountability and a test of how elected officials handle uncomfortable truths. Eli Crane didn't just challenge Governor Walz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Governor Walz, you stated in your opening statement the following: but nothing Minnesota has done stands in the way of federal government managing its border security policy.
Okay.
Governor, I want to ask you, why are you lying to this committee?
I am not.
Who's the top law enforcement officer in the state of Minnesota?
The top law enforcement officer? Yep. Attorney General.
Yeah, that's right. What's his name? What's his name?
Are you asking me, do you know his name?
You know his name. Do you know his name?
I know the AG Ellison.
This is an article right here I'd like to submit for the record. Minnesota AG says will not enforce federal immigration laws as DOJ threatens to prosecute officials who resist.
Without objection to ordered.
Why are you lying to this committee? That is the top law enforcement officer in your state who's saying he will not comply with the federal government.
Nothing in his opinion changes the fact that state law requires all state and county officials to ask for immigration status when a convicted felon.
No, I'm sorry, Governor. He is saying he will not comply with federal laws. That's your top law enforcement officer. You're lying and misrepresenting yourself to this committee. Now I want to ask you this. Do you think in that line of questioning, free health care, food assistance, free college tuition, driver's licenses, and cash assistance, do you think that that's helping or hurting this government manage its border security and policy?
Well, Minnesota ranks first in health care. We rank third in safety on the roads.
Let me answer that for you. It's actually hurting because what you created
safer and more prosperous.
Created a state that is now a magnet that is drawing illegals
There's no sanctuary
to
law in Minnesota, Congress.
I know you guys haven't put it that way on the books, but your state has everything, every element in it that is consistent with the sanctuary state.
That's
Moving
incorrect.
on, Mr. Walz. How about you calling ICE agents modern-day Gestapo? That also stands. Do you think that helps our federal government carry out its law enforcement?
I think best practice in law enforcement by identifying who you are, identifying the vehicles, and making sure everyone has due process helps our law enforcement. I think covering your faces.
So you think that helps calling our law enforcement agents that? What does ICE stand for, Governor? Immigration, custom, enforcement, right? These are the guys that are tasked with enforcing immigration, federal immigration laws.
That's right, that's their job. It's not the state's job.
You think that calling them Gestapo is helping? You're not standing in the way. None of the messaging, none of the rhetoric is standing in the way of this administration doing what they've been tasked to do. Is that what you're saying?
I think what would help them is to follow due process, and when they do these missions, do the things that we expect of law enforcement.
How about when you went on to Anderson Cooper, Governor Walz, and you said, how high is this wall? If it's 25 feet, then I'll invest in a 30-foot ladder factory. Do you think that helps our federal government carry out its law enforcement, its border security and policy operations?
When did I say that?
You went on Anderson Cooper and said that. Do you not remember saying that? Because you've said so many outlandish things that you can't even keep track of them?
The point being is...
The clip is there for everybody. It's there for all Americans. If you guys want to go watch it, it's an easy Google. All right. Governor, you recently went on Gavin Newsom's podcast. You stated in regards to MAGA voters, I scare them a little bit, which is why they spend so much time on me. No, I'm serious because they know I can fix a truck. That's your direct quote. You also said on the show, I think I could kick most of their asses. I want to be very clear with you, Governor. You do scare us a bit, but it's not because you can fix a truck or change a tire. It's actually because of your radical left-wing agenda. You supported putting tampons in boys' bathrooms. You advocated for the disarming of Americans of their Second Amendment rights. You're pro-sanctuary city, as we have uncovered here today. You claim there is no guarantee to free speech when it comes to misinformation and hate speech. That right there is why the American people have such a hard time with you. It's not because we're crazy MAGA people. It's because of your radical left-wing agenda. I want to ask you on that last one where you claim there's no guarantee to free speech. Did you pick that up on one of your 30 trips to communist China, Governor? That sounds a lot like something that they would do. Yes or no?
I don't believe hate speech has a place in there. Hate speech that incites violence.
Governor Walz, you said that Kamala Harris picked you for vice president to code talk to white guys. How did that work out for this administration? How well did you do with white guys?
I don't have the...
You lost by 22 points to white guys. And it's because you talk like the way you do, you say the things you do, and you have this radical left-wing ideology. So if you want to continue that rhetoric, go on, brother. Keep doing it. We'll keep destroying you in elections.
And
Thank you, and I yield back.
The people of Minnesota will continue to have me serve them.
He forced a spotlight on the reality of how Minnesota's policies interact with federal immigration law. It starts with a seemingly straightforward question. Walz claimed that nothing Minnesota has done interferes with federal border security. Crane immediately presses him, asking the hard question, why are you lying to this committee? It's a direct confrontation, but it's more than just rhetoric. This is about clarity and truth in public office. Who is the top law enforcement officer in Minnesota? Walz answers correctly, the Attorney General, Keith Ellison. And Crane backs this up with documentation showing that Ellison has explicitly refused to enforce certain federal immigration laws. This is a key teaching moment. A state's rhetoric can diverge from its law enforcement actions. Even if Walz claims compliance, the AG's refusal represents a real-world barrier to federal policy enforcement. Crane highlights this tension, helping viewers understand the delicate balance and sometimes conflict between state sovereignty and federal authority. Crane doesn't stop there. He moves into a broader critique, linking policies like healthcare, free college, and driver's licenses for undocumented immigrants to border security outcomes. Here, viewers get to see how social policy can intersect with law enforcement. Crane points out that when a state creates incentives for undocumented residents, it effectively makes itself a magnet for migration, an argument grounded in the concept of policy consequences, not just partisan talking points. The hearing also dives into Walz's public rhetoric, calling ICE agents modern-day Gestapo or joking about ladders over walls may sound like political theater, but Crane contextualizes it. These statements can undermine federal law enforcement, creating confusion and tension between state and federal actors. For viewers, this is a lesson in the power of words and how leadership communication can either support or hinder policy implementation. Crane further tackles Walz's social commentary on MAGA voters, free speech, and radical left-wing policies. Here, the discussion becomes educative. It's not about personal attacks, but about understanding how political ideology influences policy decisions, cultural narratives, and voter perceptions. By breaking down Walz's statements about free speech and social policies, Crane highlights the importance of questioning elected officials' consistency and accountability. This hearing teaches multiple lessons at once: the tension between state and federal law, the consequences of political messaging, and the need for clear, enforceable policies. For viewers, it's a reminder that understanding government isn't just about following headlines. It's about critically analyzing actions, statements, and policy outcomes. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Engaging with these discussions helps all of us better understand how policy, accountability, and governance affect our daily lives.